Good day. Hope all of you are doing really well. So you're about to make the best decision in your life to change your entire life journey. So it's time for you to make the decision to enroll with ACCA and continue a life-changing program. In doing that, I am your lecturer for business technology, Madhakurupu, a chartered accountant. I will guide you through the entire subject from the beginning to end. So you know, under knowledge level, there are three subjects: financial accounting, management accounting, and business technology. So that's my cup of tea, business technology. So in my cup of tea, business technology. So it's a computer-based exam, as you already aware, and it has 50 objective type questions. So you don't need to write any bulky answers. You can sit in front of a computer and just select the answers and complete your exam. So in doing that, you only need to make sure that you are getting 50% only. And the interesting part is, unlike your O-levels or A-levels, you don't have to wait till some authority share the exam timetables. Instead, you can demand for your own exam. So once you go through all the learning materials, exams and videos, so once you feel confident that you are good enough to face for the exam, you can demand it. So that's the most interesting and most beneficial part of ACCA. So you have 2 hours of paper, and within that you have to answer only 50 questions, and out of that you have to take only 50%. Then you are good enough to get through the exam and move to the next stage. So in your business technology, the entire subject, it has only 6 lessons. So I will guide you through all these 6 lessons. The lesson number 1, the business organization and its external environment. Lesson number 2, organizational structure, culture, governance and sustainability. Lesson number 3, business functions, regulations and technology. Lesson number 4, leadership and management. The 5th one, personal effectiveness and communication in business. The last one, but not the least, professional ethics. So once you are going through all these 6 lessons, we will conduct you full comprehensive theory session for each and every lesson. We are conducting the entire theory session, the videos. So it will guide you, it will give you the entire comprehensive knowledge that you need to have to face for the exam successfully. So after completing each and every lesson, so we are conducting revisions and we are conducting 50 OTQs paper for each and every lesson. And after completing the entire syllabus, we are giving you 3 pilot papers, so which are quite similar to the exam that you are facing in front of a ACCA computer-based system. So while explaining you all these theory contents in the business technology, I am connecting the dots between one lesson to another by using the best memorizing strategies, which will ensure that you are getting all the theoretical content without much difficult effort. I believe you are good enough and you have a thorough understanding, a comprehensive idea what is ACCA and how Cambridge Business School is conducting the ACCA courses. So hope you are ready to join with us, and for that please contact us through the contact details mentioned here. Thank you very much and good luck for your future journey.
Welcome you all for ACCA in myenrich.lk. So you are now going to start your ACCA journey. So the first milestone that you have to pass is your knowledge level examinations. So as you know, in knowledge level there are 3 subjects: FA Financial Accounting, MA Management Accounting and BT Business Technology. So if you are briefly discussing about this knowledge level, you are getting OTQ type of paper with 50 questions for each subject, and your pass mark is 50%, right? You have to score 50 marks out of 100 in order to get through the subject. And the most important thing is the examinations are on demand, which means you can select the preferred date, time and venue for your examination once you are ready for the examination. The duration of the examination is 2 hours, and all the examinations for this level are held as computer-based online examinations. So we are discussing about this particular subject, management accounting, in the knowledge level. We are discussing this under 6 different topics. The first topic is about the nature, source and purpose of management information. So in this topic, basically we are discussing about the introduction part and the background of management accounting and the basics of management accounting. Then the data analysis and the statistical techniques. So here we are discussing about different mathematical aspects, the statistical aspects, which are helping more towards the management accounting and different calculations and for the decision making purposes. Then we are moving to the third aspect, which is the cost accounting techniques. So there are various cost accounting techniques for inventory, for labor, overhead. So in that part we are going to discuss about the different approaches for cost accounting. Then most importantly, the budgeting. So budgeting is an area which is very practical in terms of corporate sector. So here we are going to discuss some basic aspects of budgeting, the budget preparation and the rationale behind the budget preparations. Then standard costing, right? So we are going to compare our expected levels, we see the budgeted information with our actual information, and we are going to identify the variances in the standard costing. Then finally, the performance measurement. So there we are going to discuss about how we are going to assess the performance of an organization, but not only the organization, the different department levels, the section level performance, how we are going to analyze under different techniques and tools. So this is just a simple brief about the subject. Even though we are indicated under 6 different pillars, 6 different areas, there are many more sub areas where we are discussing. So once you are going through this video series, you may understand how each of these elements are interlinked with each other. So what is the plan for the subject? So we are covering all the theory areas in very comprehensive manner with the videos. So in the theory areas, we are discussing the theory, and the calculation part we are fully explaining and describing through the videos. Then we are linking the dots by memorizing the strategy for each of the lessons. So as I told you previously, management accounting is like a chain. The topics are interlinked with each other. So we are connecting the dots because this is not a subject where we are learning these 6 areas independently. We need to have an overall picture, the holistic picture about the subject. Then session-wise, we are doing the revision sessions, right? Once we have completed the theory part, you need to recap your knowledge, right? You need to test yourself with the revision sessions. Then 50 OTQs mock paper for each lesson and for each discussion will be provided to further enhance your knowledge and to further practice for your final examination. And 3 pilot papers will be discussed as in the examination setting, which means the full set of papers to give you the real picture, the real nature of the subject. So I hope you all are ready to join with us, right? If you are starting your ACCA journey, this is the basic, the foundation level, the first step, the knowledge level. So you can join with us, the Enrich Business School. Here you can see the contact details, right? So you can join with us, and I hope you can have a fruitful, future fruitful sessions with all these sessions. And let me wish you all the very best for your ACCA career. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, so I'm Afzal Ahmed and I'm your financial account lecturer for ACCA. So here, if you see this, you can see under ACCA knowledge level, we have 3 subjects: financial accounting, management accounting and business and technology, right? So let's go into our examination for knowledge level subjects and see how the structure is for financial accounting. So initially we have 35 OTQs and 2 MTQs per subject. So what is an OTQ? OTQs are simply MCQs and short answer questions. And what are MTQs? We call them multitask questions, right? So those are long form questions where you have maybe 2 or 3 subparts under the whole question. Let's look at the exam frequency. So the exam frequency is on demand. What does on demand mean? On demand means whenever you are ready, you'll be able to do the exams. Look at the pass marks. It's just 50% out of 100%. You can simply get it by joining with us. And look at the exam method, right? We call them CBE examinations, which means your exams will be done through a computer. And finally, the duration for an exam is just 2 hours. Let's look at the lessons which we have under financial accounting. Initially, we have the context and purpose of financial reporting. So under this, we'll just look at the introduction of accounting, what accounting is, just a few things such as stakeholders and differences between two types of accounting. And then we have the second chapter, which is accounting principles, concepts and qualitative characteristics. So in accounting, we provide information to the users, right? So we have to focus on a few characteristics to make the information quality. So that's what we'll focus on in the second chapter. Now we have the third one, which is the use of double entry, bookkeeping and accounting. This is the basics of accounting. This is how accounting is done, right? So what this simply means is every transaction has two impacts, right? So in case you buy something, you give money and you get something. That's basically what it says, right? That every transaction has two things. And then the fourth one. So when something happens in the business, we're supposed to record it in accounting. That's what we look at in our fourth chapter. Look at the fifth chapter. We have reconciliations. Reconciliations is simply corrections, right? So whenever two details do not match, we just find out the reasons why they don't match, and that's what we'll sort out in this. Finally, we have the sixth one in this particular slide, which is preparing a trial balance. So in accounting, we don't record everything. We don't give every information to the users. We only give a summary. This is basically the summary. So now we have the next chapter, which is preparing financial statements. This is the ultimate thing. This is the final result we need in accounting, right? So under preparing financial statements, we look at the statements we prepare for a sole trader, right? Who is a sole trader? A sole trader is a business which is owned by just one person, right? And then we have another chapter which is also preparing consolidated financial statements. What is this? This is, if you take a company, if you prepare a statement for that, we call those financial statements. But certain companies, they're groups. They have so many companies which come under them. So when we prepare financial statements for them, we call them preparing basic consolidated financial statements. Finally, we have our last chapter of the syllabus, which is interpretation of financial statements, which is a very logical subject, right? So what happens in this is, if I give just one information to you, you will not be able to make a good decision, right? So what we do is we compare information, and using this comparison, we'll be able to make a better decision. So that's what we study under this particular chapter. So we are going to look at what we'll have as a study plan for our subject. First of all, we'll be completing the whole theory sessions, and then we'll be having revision for each and every chapter, and then we'll have a minimum of 30 OTQs for each chapter which we complete, and then we will have a link the dots session, which is a memorizing strategy we have implemented so you can remember each and every concept precisely. Finally, we'll be having 3 pilot papers, 3 mock papers, so you can practice and see how you are before you enter the exam. So if you want to join us, we have the contact details, we have all our details over here. You can join us, and welcome to Enrich.
Good evening, everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you to the opening ceremony of ACCA at Sri Lanka's best professional institute, Enrich Business School. First of all, congratulations. Completing your A levels is no small achievement. It marks the end of one important chapter and the beginning of another, far more exciting one. Today, you are not just attending a ceremony, you are taking your first step into the world of global finance, business, and professional excellence. The ACCA qualification is recognized in over 108 countries, opening doors to careers in accounting, auditing, finance, management, and entrepreneurship. By choosing ACCA at Enrich Business School, you have chosen a pathway that is practical, internationally respected, and designed for the future. For many of you, this may be the first step after school life. You may feel excited, curious, or even a little nervous, and that's perfectly fine. What matters is that you're here today, ready to invest in yourself, ready to learn, and ready to grow. At Enrich Business School, you will not just prepare for exams, you will be guided, mentored, and shaped into confident professionals with global exposure, ethical values, and real world skills. Today's ceremony is a celebration of a new beginning, big dreams, and bold decisions. We are truly proud to welcome you into the ACCA community and the Enrich family. Once again, welcome, and we wish you a very good journey filled with success, growth, and achievement. මේ අතරතුරේදී අපි මතක් කරන්න කැමති අපගේ සම්මන්ත්‍රණය අවසානයේදී ඔබට පැන නගින සියලුම ප්‍රශ්නවලට පිළිතුරු ලබා දීමට අපගේ දේශක මණ්ඩලය සූදානම් වෙලා ඉන්නවා. ඉතින් ඒකට අපි Q&A session එකක් මගින් ඔබගේ ප්‍රශ්නවලට පිළිතුරු ලබා දෙන්නට ඔබට පැන නගින සියලු ප්‍රශ්න අපගේ Zoom chat එක වෙත ඔබට යොමු කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේම YouTube හරහා සම්බන්ධ වෙලා ඉන්න දරුදැරියන්ට YouTube හි comment section එකට ඔබගේ ප්‍රශ්න යොමු කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඉතින් අපි මේ සම්මන්ත්‍රණය අවසානයේදී ඔබගේ සියලුම ප්‍රශ්න වලට පිළිතුරු ලබා දීමට අපි සූදානම් වෙලා ඉන්නවා. මේ සඳහා මාධ්‍ය ප්‍රශ්නයක් වන්නේ නැහැ. සිංහල හෝ ඉංග්‍රීසි කියන මාධ්‍ය දෙකෙන්ම ඔබට පැන නගින ප්‍රශ්න අප වෙත යොමු කරන්න පුළුවන්. Okay. It is my great pleasure to warmly welcome our chief guest, Mr. Uvin Aryaratna, for today's motivational speech. Mr. Aryaratna is currently a PhD student at the University of Oklahoma, USA. He holds an MSc from Imperial College London, UK, and the BSc Finance Special Degree from University of Sri Jayawardhanapura. His academic journey from Sri Lanka to world-renowned universities is truly inspiring, and we are confident his words will greatly motivate our students as they begin their ACCA journey. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Uvin Aryaratna.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, Uvin.
Okay, thank you. Can I please share my screen?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Hi. So hope my screen is visible. Please give me a feedback if it is visible.
It's visible, Uvin.
Okay. So first of all, thank you Enrich Business School and Danushka for inviting me to do a motivation session for you guys after A-levels who are planning to develop their academic as well as the professional career. So I will conduct this session in English as well as in Sinhala as a mix. Okay, so don't worry. Yeah. Now, most of you are after A-levels, right? So here, if you see, you are in this position. Okay, so you need to, or your plan is to be a successful person. Successful person is a very vague definition. ඒ කියනවා සාර්ථක මිනිහෙක් කියන එක හරි නිර්වචනයක් නැහැ. මිනිහෙක් සාර්ථක වෙන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් අපි ගොඩක් අය හිතන්නේ හරි සල්ලි ගොඩක් තියෙනවා නම් එයා සාර්ථක ඇති කියලා. ඒ වුණාට ඒක එහෙම වෙන්නේ නැහැ. සාර්ථකත්වය මනින්න එක එක මිනුම් තියෙනවා. සමහර විට එයාට සල්ලි තියෙන්න පුළුවන් බට් එයා සෝෂලි හරි සතුටින් හරි නෙවෙයි ඉන්නේ. හරිද? ඒ වගේ ඒක හරිම වේගයකට හරි නිශ්චිත නිර්වචනයක් නැහැ කියන එක තමයි වේග් කියලා කියන්නේ. එතකොට ඔයාට A level වලින් පස්සේ සමහර අයට පුළුවන් කැම්පස් යන්න. ඔයාලා දන්නවා as you know only a small percentage of students like 10% will selected for the state universities. Then after that around 20% of them will follow professional qualifications and like altogether like 30% will attend universities most probably private plus state. සමහර අය ඩිග්‍රී එකක් කරන්න නැතුව directly professional qualifications වලට ගිහිල්ලා ඔයාලගේ ඉන්ඩස්ට්‍රි එක එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් අරගෙන ඒ ඉන්ඩස්ට්‍රි ස්ට්‍රක්චර් එකේ උඩට යනවා. ඉන්ටර්න් කෙනෙක් විදිහට ඇවිල්ලා එක්සිකියුටිව් කෙනෙක්, ඇසිස්ටන්ට් මැනේජර් කෙනෙක්, ඩිරෙක්ටර් කෙනෙක් එහෙම උඩට යන අයත් ඉන්නවා. සමහර අය ඇකඩමික් ප්ලස් ප්‍රොෆෙෂනල් කියන දෙකම කරගෙන ඒ වගේම තව ස්පෝර්ට්ස් හරි එක්ස්ට්‍රා කරිකියුලර් ඇක්ටිවිටීස් ඒ කියන්නේ හිතන්නකෝ ඔයාලා මොන හරි සොසයිටිස් වල වගේ ඉඳලා එහෙම කරන අයත් ඉන්නවා. හරිද? එතකොට ඒ වගේ එක එක වර්ග වලින් ඔයාට මේ සාර්ථකත්වයට කියන එක යන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට ඒකට සමහර තැන්වලදී වාසනාව කියන එකත් බලපානවා. ඒක නිකන් මම හිතුවත් ඒක නිකන් මේක ඇත්තට මේ මෙහා පැත්තේ තියෙන ස්ලයිඩ් එක රැප් එකක්. ඕකේ මේක රැප් එකක් මේ බයන්න මම කවර් ඩිස් කරන්න යන්නේ. trend again. Okay, so this is a rap actually. It's very popular in 90s. So I took this because usually දැන් අපි ගොඩක් අය හිතනවා මේ වාසනාව හින්දා තමයි මේ ඔක්කොම වෙන්නේ කියලා. ඒ වුණාට වාසනාව තියෙනවා. හැබැයි ඒක හරි පොඩි ප්‍රමාණයක්. ඔයාලගේ කැපවීම ඔයාලගේ උනන්දුව තමයි වැඩක්ම බලපාන්නේ. මොකද සමහර අය ඉන්නවා දැන් අපි උදාහරණයක් විදිහට ගත්තොත් අපි ඔක්කොම වගේ ලංකාවේ ක්‍රිකට් ෆෑන්ස්ලානේ අපි ගත්තොත් දැන් සංගයි මහේලයි ගත්තොත් එහෙම සංගා කියන්නේ ඒ කියන්නේ ප්‍රැක්ටිස් එකෙන්ම ඉදිරියට ආපු කෙනෙක්. හැබැයි මහේල කියන්නේ යාගේ ඇඟේම තිබ්බයි. ඒ ඇඟේම ටැලන්ට් එක තිබ්බා. ඒතකොට එයාට පොඩ්ඩක් ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරපුවාම ඇති. ඒතකොට ඒ වගේ අපිත් එහෙමයි. අපි එකිනෙකාට වෙනස්. Okay? So අපේ මාර්ගය කොහොමද යන්නේ කියලා තීරණය කරන්න ඕනේ අපි. ඉතින් අපි සතුටින් යනවද? අපි ඒක ෆ්‍රස්ට්‍රේෂන් එකක් ඒ කියන්නේ කරදරයක් කියාගෙන යනවද කියන එක තීරණය කරන්න ඕනේ අපිම තමයි. හරි. මම ඉස්සෙල්ලා කිව්වා everyone is unique කියලා. ඇයි මං එහෙම කිව්වේ? ඒ කියන්නේ මෙහෙමයි. How many people are living in the world? කී දෙනෙක් ඉන්නවද අපේ ලෝකේ? ආසන්න වශයෙන් අපි කියනවා නම් සාමාන්‍යයෙන් කියන්නේ බිලියන 8ක් කියලා. බිලියන. Okay? ඒ කියන්නේ මිලියන 8000. Okay? So if you take one person and look at his appearance, you can see many differences. ඔයා එක මිනිහෙක් අරගෙන බැලුවොත් එහෙම එයාගේ පෙනුමෙන් එයාලා ගොඩක් වෙනස්. අපිට කියනවා සාමාන්‍යයෙන් එක වගේ මිනිස්සු 7 දෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා කියලා. හැබැයි ඔයාට හම්බෙලා තියෙනවද ඔයා වගේ නිකන් පෙනුම තියෙන දෙන්නේ 3 දෙනෙක් එක්කෙනෙක් වගේ නම් හම්බෙන්න ඉඩ තියෙනවා බොහෝ දුරට. I'm not talking about twins. ඉතින් අපි ගත්තොත් එහෙම දැන් if you look at the iris will be unique to each and everyone. That's why there are biometrics. Even in your smartphones, you have facial recognition, right? So it works for you. How it works? It will measure the distance between the eyelids, the distance between the lip and the nose. So likewise, it will quantify. So that's why it's called unique. So your physical appearance is unique. If you take your DNA, your voice, the voice frequency, the way you walk, ඔයාලට සමහරට යාළුවෙක් කෙනෙක් දුර ඉඳන් එනකොට අඳුර ගන්න පුළුවන් මූ තමයි එන්නේ කියලා නේද? ඒ මොකද එයා ඇවිදින විදිහත් යුනික් කියලා කියන්නේ. So everyone in the world, the 8 billion people are unique. So මම මෙහෙම S2ක් කුයි රැවුලක් විතර පෙන්නවුවොත් ඔයාලට අඳුර ගන්න පුළුවන් නේ කවුද මේ කියලා. Okay? So since everyone is unique, you need to identify your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So you know that මේක ඔයාලා A level වල ශබ්ද අත විශ්ලේෂණය කියලා තමයි මේක සාමාන්‍ය උගන්වන්නේ. business studies වල මම හිතන්නේ ඔව් ව්‍යාපාර පරිසරය අධ්‍යයනය කරනකොට external and internal factors ඉතින් මේක ඔයාටත් දාලා ඔයත් හොයාගන්න පුළුවන් ඔයාගේ strengths මොනවද. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔයාගේ internally ඔයා හිතන්නකෝ දැන් ගොඩක් මේ ගණන් හදන්න පුළුවන් එක්කෙනෙක් නම් සමහර විට ඔයාගේ weakness එක පාඩම් කරන්න මම ඒ කියන්නේ කටපාඩම් කරන subjects වලට කැමති නැහැ. ඒක එහා පැත්තට වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. ඊට පස්සේ ඒ වගේ මේ opportunities තියෙනවා. දැන් මේ වගේ sessions ඔයාලට opportunities. කවුරු හරි බාහිර පාර්ශ්වයකින් ඔයාලට දෙන අවස්ථාවක් ප්‍රයෝජනයක් ගන්න. ඒ වගේම බාහිර පාර්ශ්වයෙන් ඔයාලට තරජනක් වෙනවා. There are external threats. Okay. So ඒ වගේ දැන් අපි හිතුවොත් එහෙම මේ ඔයාලා ජීවිතේ දැන් ඔයාලා A level කරලා ඉවරයි ගොඩක් අය. මම දන්න විදිහට මෙතන ඉන්න අය. එතකොට දැන් ඔයාලා වාහනයක යනකොට සාමාන්‍යයෙන් when you are driving, how are you usually driving? කොහොමද ඔයා සාමාන්‍යයෙන් එලවන්නේ? ඔයා වැඩියම ફોකස් කරන්නේ වින් ස්ක්‍රීන් එකයි ඉස්සරහද නැත්නම් මේ rear view mirror එක දිහා බලාගෙනද එලවන්නේ? Okay. So we'll consider this rear view mirror as your past. Now you have already completed your A levels. A level මේ paper එකේ මේ ප්‍රශ්නේ මන්ට මේක හරි ගියා නම් අපරාධික කිය හිතේ දෙන්න එපා. Okay. Focus in your future. Future will be your windscreen. So as an example, when you are driving, you will look straight, but you will use the rear mirror to get a glance about the vehicles which are overtaking, or if you are going to make a turn, you will look at it. So likewise, don't forget entirely about the history. Just look at it or have a glance when you are moving forward. Got it? So the windscreen එක තමා වැඩියෙන් මේ කියන්නේ අනාගතය ඉස්සරහ ගැන තමයි ඔයාලා වැඩියෙන්ම හිතන්න ඕනේ ඔයාලගේ ෆියුචර් එක ගැන. අතීතයේ ගිහිල්ලා ඉවරයි. හැබැයි ඒකෙන් ගන්න පාඩම් ඉස්සරහට යන්න යොදා ගන්න. Okay. ඒ වගේම දැන් ඔයාලා කාර් එකක් ගන්නවා නම් අපි මොකක්ද ඉස්සලාම් බලන්නේ? ගොඩක් දුරට කාර් එකේ එන්ජින් එක. හොඳට perform කරන්න ඕනේ. කීයද මේකේ මේ CC කීයද? අපි කියන්නේ ආශ්ව බල කියලා. ආශ්ව බල කීයද? ඒ වගේම ඔයාත් ස්ටුඩන්ට් කෙනෙක් විදිහට ඔයාගේ IQ මේ IQ, EQ, SQ, AQ කියන්නේ ළමයි these are the types of intelligence. So this is IQ means intelligence quotient, emotional quotient, social quotient, and adversity quotient. These are the four levels, the four types of intelligence you should improve. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔයා improve කරගන්න බලන්න ඕනේ මෙන්න මේවා. උදාහරණයක් විදිහට ඉන්ටෙලිජන්ස් ඔයාට වැඩි කරගන්න පුළුවන් ප්‍රොෆෙෂනල් ක්වොලිෆිකේෂන්ස් වලිනුයි ඇකඩමික් ක්වොලිෆිකේෂන්ස් කියන ඒ වගේම ඔයාට ඉන්ටෙලිජන්ස් වැඩි කරගන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේම තමයි ඔයාට ඔයාගේ සෝෂල් quotient එක, ඒ කියන්නේ ඒක නෙට්වර්කින් වලින් මිනිස්සුත් එක්ක ගෲප් වර්ක් කරලා කෝපරේට්ස් වල ප්‍රොජෙක්ට්ස් එකට කරලා ඒවා කරගන්න පුළුවන්. ඇඩ්වර්සිටි quotient කියලා කියන්නේ ඔයාලා ජීවිතය යන ගමනේ ඔයාලට එක එක බාධා එනවා. ඒවට මුහුණ දෙන්න ඔයා පුරුදු වෙන තමයි ඇඩ්වර්සිටි කියලා කියන්නේ. ඒ වගේම ඔයාට කායයක් ගන්නකොට බලනවා කායක හොඳ සස්පෙන්ෂන් සිස්ටම් එකක් තියෙනවද කියලා. කියන්නේ සස්පෙන්ෂන් එකක් තිබ්බොත් තමයි හරියට ස්ටේබල් වාහනේ යන්න පුළුවන්. ඒකට ඒකෙන් තමයි කියන්නේ ඔයාට කොච්චර එක්ස්ටර්නල් ප්‍රෙෂර්ස් ආවත් ඔයාගේ ගමන ඔයා යන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕනේ. got it? ඒ වගේම තමයි අපි කායයක් ගන්නකොට ගොඩක් අය බලන දෙයක් තමයි fuel efficiency. නේද? අපි බවුසරයක් පිටිපස්සෙන් තියාගන්න ඕන විදිහේ කාර් එකක් ගන්නවා අඩුයින ගොඩක් අය. ඉතින් ඒ වගේ ඔයාලත් ඔයාලගේ ටයිම් මැනේජ් කරන්න දැන් ඔක්කොම වගේ ස්මාර්ට්ෆෝන්ස් තියෙනවා. දැන් ඒ වගේ apps තියෙනවා, to do lists හදාගන්න පුළුවන්, prioritize කරන්න පුළුවන් apps, academic timetables තියෙනවා. දැන් ඒ වගේම ගොඩක් professional qualifications, not the academic qualifications, the professional qualifications you can take your objective tests as you prefer in many cases, and in some professional exams you have a exam window. So in academic qualifications it's a different story, but still everyone has a timetable. Got it? So make use of it. Then you usually have an insurance when you buy a car, right? So likewise, consider about the UGC recognitions, the scholarships available, the resources you can use, the lectures panels. So you should consider about these things also. හරි. එතකොට ඔයාලා දැන් මොන හරි පාඩම් කරනකොට මේ වාක් මොඩල් එක ගැන හිතන්න. වාක් මොඩල් කියලා කියන්නේ අපිට ඉගෙන ගන්න පුළුවන් ක්‍රම හතරක් තියෙනවා. එකක් තමයි අපි visual learnersලා කියලා කියනවා. මේ දැන් මම ඔයාලට ප්‍රසන්ට් කරනකොට ඔයාලා බලන් ඉන්නවා. මේ ස්ලයිඩ්ස් ට ඒව තමයි visual. ඊළඟට තියෙනවා auditory කියලා. ලෝකෙ වැඩියෙන්ම කට්ටිය ඉගෙන ගන්න ක්‍රමය තමයි auditory. ඒ කියන්නේ අහගෙන ඉඳලා ඉගෙන ගන්න. ඊළඟට reading writing තියෙනවා, kinesthetic තියෙනවා. kinesthetic කියන්නේ දැන් ඔයාලට ගාණක් හරි accounting මොනවා හරි සම් එකක් හදන්න දුන්නොත් ඒක ප්‍රැක්ටිකලි කරන එක තමයි kinesthetic කියන්නේ. ඒතර ඔයා ඉගෙන ගන්නකොට මේ මෙතඩ්ස් හතරම යූස් කරලා පාඩම් කරන ඒවා ඉගෙන ගන්න ඒවා කරන්න බලන්න. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔයාලා මොකක් හරි ලෙක්චර් එකට ඇටෙන්ඩ් වෙනවා නම් වීඩියෝ එකක් බලනවා නම් ඒකේ විෂුවල්ස් හොඳට බලන්න. ඒක හොඳ ඇහුම්කන් දෙන්න. ඒකේ තියෙන එක්සර්සයිසස් කරන්න. ඒ වගේම ප්‍රොබ්ලම්ස් මොනවා හරි තියෙනවා නම් ඔයා තනියෙන් ඒක විසඳන්න බලන්න. ඒතර මේ හතර කම්ප්ලීට් වුණාම ඔයාගේ මතක තබා ගැනීමේ ශක්තිය වැඩි කරගන්න පුළුවන්. Okay? And think about the place you study. You can study in many places. Lamai, this is not like A levels. Okay, when you are going for professional qualifications and academic qualifications, it's totally different from A levels. Okay, in A levels, most of the time you are spoon fed. What hamadema deno? Hamekam. In academic qualifications and professional qualifications, ඔයාලට හැම එකම දුන්නේ නැතත් ඔයාලා හොයාගෙන කරන්න ඕනේ දේවල් තියෙනවා. එතකොට ඒ වගේ සමහර case studies, සමහර objective tests එහෙම හදලා තියෙන්නේ. කියන්නේ ඔයාලට ඔයාලම හිතලා out of the box thinking ගිහිල්ලා කරන්න ඕනේ දේවල් ගොඩාක් එතන තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම ඔයාලා පාඩම් කරනකොට phones use කරන එක ඒවා අඩු කරගන්න. study plan එකක් හදාගන්න. short term plan එකකුයි long term plan එකකුයි තියාගන්න. මොන හරි අවුලක් වුණොත් පොඩි බෆර් පීරියඩ් එකක්. දැන් අපි කියනවා ඔයාලා ඉගෙන ගන්න ස්ටොක් වැලුවේෂන් කරනකොට එහෙම නේද? සේෆ්ටි ස්ටොක් එකක් කියලා එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේ ඔයාලටත් නිකන් ප්ලෑන් එකේ පාඩම් කරන ප්ලෑන් එකේ සේෆ්ටි කාලෙකුත් තියාගන්න. මොන හරි මිස් වුණොත් ඒ කාලෙදි අල්ල ගන්න පුළුවන් විදිහට. Okay. So since I have only 15 minutes, I will quickly finish telling you some important things. Yeah. And since this is a new digital era, make sure you have a good LinkedIn profile, your appearance in the social media, and even you can make your own web. So this is my own web. I made it using Google Sites. It's very easy. You don't need to know about programming, coding, or web designing to do this. Okay, it's just a template. You can just prepare it like your LinkedIn profile or your Facebook account. Okay, and these are very important skills that you should think about. Okay, so these are the top 10 skills that will be required by the industry in 2030. Can you see anything like cramming? ඒ කියන්නේ කටපාඩම් කරන වගේ දේවල් මෙතන තියෙනවද බලන්න. Communication, self motivation. ඇයි දැන් මේ වගේ ඒවා වෙලා තියෙන්නේ? කටපාඩම් කරන දේවලුයි මතක තබා ගන්න දේවලුයි දැන් අපිට කම්පියුටර්ස් තියෙනවා, AI තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේ අපිට යූස් කරන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට ඔයාලා දැන් ගොඩක්ම ඩෙවලොප් කරගන්න ඕන ස්කිල් එකක් තමයි එකක් ඒ කියන්නේ programming languages මොනවා හරි machine learning වගේ නැත්නම් AI ගැන පොඩ්ඩක් basic coding දැනුම. ඒව ටිකක් තියෙන එක හොඳයි. ඒ වගේම මේවා AI ට දෙන්න බැරි දේවල්. හරිද? කමියුනිකේට් කරන්න ඒවා සමහර ඒවා පුළුවන්. හැබැයි ඔයා මොකක් හරි බිස්නස් මීටින් එකක ඉන්නකොට ඔයාට ෆෝන් එකේ AI හරි chat GTP එක ගහ ඒව බලනකොට එයාලට තේරෙනවා එයා නෙවෙයි මේ ආන්සර් කරන්න කියලා. ඒතකොට ඒ වගේ ඒවා ඔයා හොඳට හදාගන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕනේ. ටීම් වර්ක්. ඔයාට AI ට කියලා ටීම් වර්ක් කරව ගන්න බෑ. හරිද? එතකොට ඔයාගේ ප්‍රොබ්ලම් සෝල්විං ඔයාට හෙල්ප් කරගන්න පුළුවන්. අපි ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් මම UK වලයි USA වලයි දෙකේම ඉගෙන ගත්ත හින්දා එයාලා හැමෝම AI යූස් කරන්න තමයි අපිට කියන්නේ. හැම වෙලාවෙම AI යූස් කරන්න කියලා. හැබැයි එයාලා කියනවා ඔයාගේ තියෙන thinking patterns, problem solving ඉහළ දමා ගන්න ඒක යූස් කරනවා වෙනුවට ඒක අඩු කරන්න යූස් කරගන්න එපා කියලා. එතකොට හැමදේම ඔයා ෆීඩ්බැක් එකක් ගන්නවා ඉස්සෙල්ලා හිතලා එයාට කියන්න මේක හරිද මොනවද. එතකොට තමයි ඩිවලොප් වෙන්නේ. got it? So මේව පොඩ්ඩක් හොඳට මතක තියාගන්න. ඉතින් ප්‍රොෆෙෂනල් ක්වොලිෆිකේෂන්ස් ගොඩක් තියෙනවා මේ අපේ මැනේජ්මන්ට් ෆීල්ඩ් එකේ. ඒවා හැම එක තැන්වල තියෙන. දැන් අපි ACCA ගැන කතා කරොත් ඒක accounting qualification එකක් විදිහට එන්නේ. management accounting වලට finance වලට marketing HRM මේ හැම දෙයකම එක එකව තියෙනවා. ඉතින් ඔයාලා academically and professionally කියන දෙකෙන් qualify වුණාම ඔයාට job market එකේ හොඳ demand එකක් තියෙනවා with the experience. Got it? So make sure you um, do a good academic professional as well as get some experience from the industry. Okay, so that's what I need to say to you. So I wish you all the best. So you have started your journey. It will be a rough one. Okay, we අපිට හැමෝටම දැන් අපි කියන්නේ මේක ලේසි පාත් එකක් එහෙම නෙවෙයි. You need to face the challenges. ඒක rough වුණාම තමයි කියන්නේ ඒක දැන් අපි කියනවා මේ කඩුවක් වුණත් හොඳට හදාගන්න කිනිහිරකට දාලා හොඳට තලන්න ඕනි කියලා කියනවනේ නේද? Okay, so ඒ වගේ හොඳට තැලිලා එන ප්‍රොඩක්ට් එකක් හොඳටම ඒ කියන්නේ හොඳටම එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් ඇවිල්ලා හොඳට මම අර කිව්වේ ඇඩ්වර්සිටි quotient හොඳට දේවල් වලට ෆේස් කරන්න පුළුවන් කෙනෙක් වුණාම හොඳට සාර්ථක වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Okay, so thank you very much and I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, Mr. Win. මේ අතරදී අපි දරුවන්ට ආයෙ මතක් කරන්න ඕන ඔයාලට තියෙන ප්‍රශ්න සියල්ලම අපගේ Zoom chat එක වෙත හෝ YouTube මගේ සම්බන්ධ වෙලා ඉන්න දරුවන්ට YouTube හි comment section එකට දාන්න පුළුවන්. ඉතින් මේ ප්‍රශ්න වලට අපි මේ සම්මන්ත්‍රණය අවසානයේදී Q&A session එකක් මේ අපේ දේශ මණ්ඩලයේ සූදානම් වෙලා ඉන්නවා අපගේ සියලු ප්‍රශ්න වලට පිළිතුරු සපයන්න. මාධ්‍ය ප්‍රශ්නයක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. සිංහල හෝ ඉංග්‍රීසි කියන මාධ්‍ය දෙකේම ඔබට ප්‍රශ්න අපිට යොමු කරන්න පුළුවන්. It is my pleasure to warmly welcome Ms. Dilani Pereira, Business Relationship Manager Learning at ACCA Sri Lanka, to deliver the ACCA introduction speech. Ms. Pereira brings valuable insights into the ACCA qualification and the global opportunities it offers, and her session will be especially beneficial for our students as they begin their professional journey. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ms. Dilani Pereira.
Thank you very much, Shandi. I hope I am audible.
Yes, Dilani.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Good evening to you. As Shandi mentioned, I'm Dilani Pereira. I'm the Business Relationship of ACCA Sri Lanka and Maldives. Today's session, as Mr. Windu mentioned, now you are in a juncture. You are thinking about what you are going to do next. So today my responsibility is to give you a comprehensive understanding of the ACCA qualification. Why thinking about your future immediately after A-levels? As you can, it's self-explanatory in this slide. So we know how many students, even though you are getting good results in your A-level examination, sometimes you might not be able to get the university entrance. Or otherwise, even though you perform really well in your classes, in your school, you might not be able to get entrance to a proper qualification or to a university. So because of that, anyway, A-level is a examination which gives you more opportunities for in your career journey. So soon after your A-levels examination, what you should do? Next slide, please. Yes, soon after your A-levels, you can think of the ACCA qualification. Why you need to think about the ACCA qualification? ACCA, Association of Chartered Certified Accountants. So this is a finance qualification, a professional qualification which gives you a pathway to a career in finance and management. When you're talking about a professional qualification or any qualification, you need to know why you're selecting that particular qualification. when you are selecting it, you need to know what's the professional qualification background or the blueprint. With ACCA, as you can see, we have over 500,000 students and 200,000 members connected with ACCA. Not only that, we have 180 countries. ACCA is operating in 180 countries, and we have more than 7,300 approved employers. Not only that, we have one qualification, one pathway with 2 qualifications. So this is a rough idea of ACCA. මම පැහැදිලි කරලා කිව්වොත් අපි සුසුකමත් තෝරගන්නකොට අපි බලන්න ඕනේ සුසුකම Tamanට කොයිතරම් උදව්වක් වෙනවද ඒ සුසුකම තුලින් කියන එක. එහෙම කරනකොට බලන්න ඕනේ මේ සුසුකම මොන වගේ සුසුකමක්ද කියලා. ACCA කියලා කිව්වහම ACCA background එක. මේ වෙනකොට ACCA අවුරුදු 125කට වඩා වැඩි කාලයක් ලෝකයේ සුසුකම ප්‍රචලිත කරමින් වෘත්තීය ගණකාධිකරණය කියන දේ ප්‍රචලිත කරමින් සිටින ප්‍රොෆෙෂනල් වෘත්තීය ආයතනයක්. ඒ වෘත්තීය ආයතනය සමග තියෙන නෙට්වර්ක් එක තමයි අපි මේ දකින්නේ. Next slide please. ACCA, when you are talking about the qualification, this is the structure. So as you can clearly see, with ACCA, you have the opportunity to register with the qualification without prior qualification. We all know when you want to get into a qualification or university, the institute will ask whether you have O levels or whether you have A levels. But in this qualification, we believe the flexibility. Because of that, without getting your A-level results, soon after you complete your A-level examination, you can register with ACCA under the foundation pathway. So you can see there in the left side, there is a foundation pathway. You will be registering as a foundation students and you will be completing the applied knowledge. You can see 3 pillars are there: applied knowledge, applied skill, and strategic professional level. So you will be registering as a foundation student. Now you all have completed your A levels. Now your next step will be, you will be starting the ACCA with foundation and you will be completing the applied knowledge level. In the applied knowledge level, you have 3 subjects to complete. All these 3 papers are on-demand exams. So which means you can do the exams as soon as you complete your syllabus. Once you complete your applied knowledge level, you will be going to the second stage, which is applied skill level. In the applied skill level, you have 6 papers to complete. These 6 papers, other than the law paper, the rest of the 5 papers, it's session-based exam, which means we have exams in 4 cycles: March, June, September, and December. So you can register, select how many papers you want to do in a session, and then you can sit for the papers. And once you complete the applied skill level, you will be going to the strategic professional level. In that level, you have 2 essential subjects and 2 optional subjects. So out of 4, you need to select any 2 combinations you like. So altogether in the strategic professional level, you have 4 papers to complete. So what you are looking at overall, ඔයාලා සම්පූර්ණ ACC සුසුකම සම්පූර්ණ කරන්න papers කරන්න තියෙන්නේ 13යි. මේ papers 13 කරන්න පුළුවන් ඔයා full time student කෙනෙක් විදියට ACCA මේ විෂයන් 13ම complete කරන්න පුළුවන්කම තියෙනවා. Training requirement එකක් අවශ්‍ය වෙන්නේ නැහැ සුසුකම සම්පූර්ණ කරන්න. Audit firm වගේ යන්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ සුසුකම සම්පූර්ණ කරන්න. ඔයා කැමති නම් full time student කෙනෙක් විදියට මේ papers 13 සම්පූර්ණ කරලා ඉවර කරන්න පුළුවන්කම තියෙනවා. Next slides please. Okay. Now I talked about ACC qualification, the 3 pillars. Once you complete the second pillar, which is the applied skill level, which I mentioned there are 6 papers to complete. Once you complete that, you have the opportunity to get a academic qualification, which means with one examination, you will be able to get 2 recognized qualification. How it works? මේක වෙන්නේ ACC සුදුසුකම සඳහා ලියාපදිංචි වෙන හැම ළමයෙකුටම තියෙන opportunity එකක් තමයි මේක. ACC පළවෙනි level එකයි applied knowledge level එකයි applied skill level එකයි සම්පූර්ණ කරන ඕනම ළමයෙකුට පුළුවන් University of London කියන විශ්වවිද්‍යාලයෙන් බ්‍රිතාන්‍යයේ තියෙන මේ BSc Honours in Professional Accountancy කියන ඩිග්‍රී එක ලබා ගන්න. ඔයාලා කරන්න තියෙන්නේ ACCA knowledge level එකයි ACCA skill level එකේ papers ටික සම්පූර්ණ කරලා යුනිවර්සිටි එකේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට තියෙනවා modules දෙකක් සම්පූර්ණ කරන්න. ඒ modules එක සම්පූර්ණ කරලා thesis එක සම්පූර්ණ කළාට පස්සේ ඔයාලට පුළුවන් ACCA professional qualification එක සමග BSc Honours in Professional Accountancy කියන ඩිග්‍රී එක සම්පූර්ණ කරන්න. මොකද අපි හැමෝගෙම තියෙන ඩ්‍රීම් එකක් තමයි උපාධියක් ලබා ගැනීම කියන එක. ඔයාලට අපසුසස් පිළිභාගයෙන් පස්සේ විශ්වවිද්‍යාලයකට ඇතුල් වෙන්න හම්බුනේ නැති වුණත් ඔයාලා ACC සුසුකම සමග සම්බන්ධ වුණොත් අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම ඔයාලට උපාධිය කියන ඒ සිහිනයත් සබය කර ගැනීමේ හැකියාව තියෙනවා. Next slide please. හරි. දැන් මම කතා කළේ ACC සුසුකම ගැන. ඊළඟ තියෙන ප්‍රශ්නේ තමයි කොහොමද ACC සුසුකම සමග ලියාපදිංචි වෙන්නේ කියන එක. ACC සුසුකම සඳහා ලියාපදිංචි වෙන්න පුළුවන් ක්‍රමය තමයි online registration එකක්. මොකද ACCA globally තියෙන qualification එකක් හින්දා ඔයාලා physically ගොඩක් වෙලාවට කනෙක්ට් වෙනවට වඩා ඔයාලට online කනෙක්ට් වෙන්න පුළුවන්කම තියෙනවා. රෙජිස්ටර් වෙන්න තියෙන මෙතඩ් එක තමයි ඔයාලා ACC වෙබ්සයිට් එකට ගිහිල්ලා වෙබ්සයිට් එකේ දකුණු පැත්තේ උඩ තියෙනවා register now කියලා බටන් එකක්. ඒක ප්‍රෙස් කළාට පස්සේ ඔයාලට registration application එක open වෙනවා. එතකොට ඔයාලට තියෙන්නේ ඔයාලගේ personal informations දාන්න ඊට පස්සේ ඔයාලගේ qualifications ටික දාලා payment එක කරලා registration එක complete කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. ඒක online process එකක්. payment එකේදී වෙන්නේ initial registration එක වෙන්නේ £45. ඒක මේක LKR 18000 කියලා දාලා තියෙන්නේ rough figure එක. මොකද මේක exchange rate එකත් එක වෙනස් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. £45 තමයි ඔයාලා ACCA වලට pay කරන්නේ. මේක ඔයාලා online registration එක කරන ගමන් අන්තිමට credit card එකකින් pay කරන්න පුළුවන්කම තියෙනවා. Minimum requirement. මම මේකෙදි minimum requirement එක 2C passes in A level and 3C passes in O level කියලා දාලා තියෙන්නේ. ACCA knowledge level එකට straight away එනවා නම්. දැන් ඔයාලා ඔක්කොම after A levels නිසා ඔයාලට මේක අදාළ වෙන්නේ නැහැ. හැබැයි ඔයාලගේ කවුරු හරි වැඩිහිටි සහෝදරයෙක් හරි සහෝදරියක් හරි ඉන්නවනම් ඔයාලට මේ information එක දෙන්න පුළුවන්. Basic requirement to register with ACCA is 2C passes in A level in any stream and 3C passes in O level including maths and English. That is the basic requirement. But in your case, soon after your A levels, you can come to ACCA knowledge level through the foundation level. Next slide, please. Oh, registration process. So, as I told you, the registration is online process. So, what are the documents you need to keep with you when you are doing the online registration? The first document is proof of identity. This could be your birth certificate English translation or your passport copy, a valid passport, or the national identity card now, which is in English and Sinhala in both languages. If your national identity is some that old one, then you can't use it. But the new identity, which has the English version as well, you will be able to use. So, as the proof of identity, you can use either your birth certificate English translation or the passport copy or the national identity card. And the second one, if you are registering with your A levels and O levels, you need to have your government certificate, the education ministry certificates with you. In your case, since you are soon after your A levels, you don't have to submit your A level or O level certificates. You can register as a foundation student. But if you have any elder brothers and sisters, and if they have any qualifications, like we will say hypothetically they have a degree or they have another professional qualification, AAT, chartered, CIMA or something like that, these students can come to ACC with exemptions. So what they have to do is they have to get the certificate or the transcript from that particular university or particular professional qualification, and they can use that to claim relevant exemption. Exemptions is case by case. So if you have any questions, you can speak to, there is a contact number mentioned in the presentation, or otherwise you can go to ACCA website. In the ACCA website there is a link called exemption calculator. You can go to that link and then you can get a rough idea of how many exemption you can claim for a particular qualification. As example, if you have double AT qualification, the local double AT qualification, you can claim up to 4 papers as exemption. If you have completed your double AT, if you have sat for all double AT subjects, then you can claim up to 4 papers. So it's depending again case by case, but you can claim up to 4 papers as exemption. So if you don't have any qualifications like double AT or any other qualification, then you will be registering as a FIA student, the foundation student, or otherwise if you have a qualification like double AT, you can claim the relevant exemptions and register with ACCA. Next slide, please. Okay, these are some FAQs on registration. How do I apply to be an ACCA student? As I mentioned, you can log into ACCA website, and on the right side top there is a register now button. You can press that and do the registration, or you can contact the ACCA office. We will guide you on how to do your ACCA registration. How long does it take to register as a student? Well, it's like this. Once you submit your online application, what ACC says is it will take 7 days to process the application and give you an update. So once it's lesser than that, you will be getting an email within 3 or 4 days once you submit your application, and if you submit all the information correctly. So within 3 or 4 days, you will be getting your registration to your email address. What fees are payable? So in ACCA, initial registration, which is the £45, that is what you are paying to ACCA as a one-off payment. And then until you complete your qualification, you need to pay your annual subscription. So annual subscription is a membership fee which you are paying to ACCA each year until you complete your ACCA qualification. So the second one is the subscription, and the third fees which you are paying to ACCA is the exam fee. So exam fee, whenever you are ready to do examination, you will be paying that amount to ACCA and you will be doing the exam. So only 3 payments are there in ACCA: initial registration, subscription, and the exam fee. I'm not talking about the subscription and exam fee, the information, because it keeps changing. So the best way to check the subscription and the exam fees is please log into ACCA website, and then you will be able to get the updated exam fee and the subscription information. Can I submit my registration? Yes, you can come to ACCA office and submit your registration at ACCA Sri Lanka office. Well, when you are submitting your application, you need to make the payment then and there. If you don't make the payment, your application will go to on hold application list. So once you make the payment only, your application will go for the process. So payment is a must once you submit your application. How do I register for my ACCA exams? There will be 2 sets of exams, as I mentioned in early. The first exam is on-demand exams. Man කලින් කතා කරපු on-demand exam. The applied skill, applied knowledge level එකේ පළවෙනි papers 3. මේ papers 3 on-demand exams. එතකොට වෙන්නේ ඔයාලා ඒකට exam එක කරන්න වෙන්නේ ODCB exam center එකක. දැනට කොළඹ තියෙනවා ODCB centers 5ක් තියෙනවා. මේ ඕනම ODCB center on demand exam center එකට ගිහිල්ලා ඔයාලට exam එක කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ exam center එකට ඔයා සල්ලි ගෙවලා exam fee එක ගෙවලා exam කරන්න පුළුවන් on demand exams. skill level එකේ papers 5 session CBs කියලා අපි කියන්නේ. ඒක ඔයා ACC වලට register වෙන්න ඕන වෙන්නේ. exam අපේ deadline එකක් තියෙනවා. මම ඔයාලට කලින් කිව්වා ACCA exams ඉන්නේ March, June, September, December. එතකොට මේ හැම exam session එකකටම deadline එකක් තියෙනවා. March exam එක නම් February තමයි exam deadline එක වෙන්නේ. එතකොට ඒ deadline එකට කලින් ඔයාලා MyACC කියන ඔයාලගේ account එකට register login වෙලා ඒ MyACC account එක through තමයි ඔයාලා exam එක book කරන්නේ. කියන්නේ වෙන කෙනෙක් නෙමෙයි කරන්නේ. ඔයාම තමයි ඔයාගේ MyACC account එකට log වෙලා ඔයා කොච්චර papers ප්‍රමාණයක් කරනවද කියලා decide කරන්නේ ඔයාම තමයි. එතකොට ඔයාගේ MyACC account එක හරි important වෙනවා. ඔයා exam එකක් book කරනකොට. Next slide please. Practical experience. ACCA කියලා කියන්නේ exam නෙමෙයි. We always say ACCA equals 3 E's. Exam, ethics and experience. So practical experience කියලා කියන්නේ it's another requirement to complete to get the ACCA membership. As I mentioned, to complete the qualification or to sit for the ACCA exam, you don't have to have the experience. But once you complete the ACCA qualification, when you want to apply for membership, then practical experience is a must. So what are the rules in practical experience? You need to complete 36-month experience in relevant job role. And within that 36 months, you will be having 9 objectives to complete. And then it should be under a supervisor. So what will happen is once you register with ACCA, as I told you before, you have your MyACC account. And if you start working, what you have to do is you have to go to your MyACC account. And in that MyACC account, there is a PER link, which you need to log into the PER link and then update your organization where you work, and then you have to update your supervisor's information, and then whatever objectives you cover or depending on the year you are working there, you need to update this information. So everything will be online. Once you submit your PER, it will go to your supervisor, and once the supervisor approves it, it will update in your MyACC account. So it's 36 months relevant supervisor experience is a must to get the ACCA membership. Next slide, please. So it's like this. With ACCA, we have approved employers. Approved employers means you can go to these approved employers and get your relevant supervisor experience, because if you are working under a approved employer, you don't have to answer the challenging question, because in objectives there will be some challenging question which you need to answer on how you have achieved these objectives. But if you are working under a approved employer, you don't have to answer these challenging questions. So these are some of our approved employers. There are many more, not only in Sri Lanka. As mentioned, it will be like globally we have more than 7,000 approved employers. So you can, it's not a must for you to go to a approved employer. You can go to any employer you like and get your experience, but these are some of our approved employers. Next slide, please. Again, as I mentioned, so if you are looking for a job opportunity, you can visit the ACCA careers portal. What we call ACCA Job Bank is the ACCA careers portal. So in this ACCA careers portal, there are plenty of jobs posted, not only in Sri Lanka, globally. So you can apply these job opportunities directly. Or otherwise, once you register with ACCA, most of the job opportunities what we are getting locally, we will be communicating this to our relevant student base or member base through the ACCA local office. Next slide, please. Okay, this is a tricky question. How the study duration, how fast can you finish the qualification? It depends. Now, since you are soon after your A-levels, where you are 19 years old, to finish the entire qualification, which means the 13 subject, what we believe is you can finish all these 13 subjects within 2.5 years time. But that depends on you, how well you are do your exam, because if you are continuously doing your papers, and if you don't take any legs in between the sessions, then you will be able to complete all 13 subjects within 2.5 years time with the degree included. So which means when you are becoming 21 or 22, you will be able to get a professional qualification as well as the academic qualification. But it's not again a compulsory thing for you to complete the whole qualification within 2.5 years time. If you want to take some, we'll say career break, or if you want to work somewhere, then still you have some time, so you can take your breaks and complete the qualification. Next slide, please. So, as I mentioned in my first slide, ACCA is recognized in 180 countries. So, which means our footprint is there in most of these countries. So, if you are having the ACCA qualification in your CV, you don't have to explain the qualification, because globally employers are recognizing these qualifications. All you have to showcase your CV, say that you have the ACC qualification. Then they know the value and the contribution which you can make to that organization. So ACCA is recognized in 180 countries at the moment. Next slide, please. ACC is just not an accounting or finance qualification. It opens doors to many careers. So when you are having the ACC qualification with you, you can go to any career paths, like you can be a accounting, you can be a tax consultant or tax manager, or you can be a finance director, or now we have the sustainability. Now globally organizations are talking about the sustainability, or you can be a consultant. So there are many opportunities waiting for you if you have the ACC qualification. The reason is, with the ACC qualification, you get the right skill set, and you have the knowledge, and as well as you have the practical experience. And very important thing is you have the ethics, because with ACCA we have a separate module called EPSM, Ethics and Professional Skills module. As a finance professional, you need to have your ethics inbuilt in your profession. So with ACCA, it's already inbuilt. So if you have the ACCA qualification in your CV, it will open many opportunities for you until you become a CEO, or even if you want to become an entrepreneur. It gives you that practical element, or you can work at any country you like as well. Next slide, please. Okay. Benefit. So when you are selecting a qualification, ඔයාලා qualification එක select කරනකොට ඔයාලා ගොඩක් වෙලාවට බලන්නේ මොකක්ද benefit එක. ඇයි මම ACC සුසුකම තෝරගන්න ඕනේ? ඇයි මම වෙන සුසුකම තෝරගන්න නැත්තේ කියන එක. පළවෙනි කාරණාව තමයි global recognition එක. ACC සුසුකම තියෙනවා නම් ඔයාලා මම අර කලින් කිව්වා වගේ රටවල් 180ක recognition එක තියෙනවා. එතකොට ඔයාට ඔයාගේ සුසුකම එක රටක එහෙම නැත්නම් එක continent එකකට හිර වෙලා නැහැ. ඔයාගේ සුසුකම කියන එක globally පිළිගත්ත සුසුකමක් වෙනවා. දෙවෙනි කාරණාව තමයි flexibility එක. ACC සුසුකම කියලා කියන්නේ flexible qualification එකක්. ඔයා තමයි decide කරන්නේ ඔයා කොහොමද මේ සුසුකම කරලා ඉවර කරගන්න කියලා. ඒ කියන්නේ මම කියවන ඔයාට කැමති නම් full time student කෙනෙක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙම නැත්නම් part time student කෙනෙක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඔයාට work කරන ගමන් ACC කරන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙම නැත්නම් ඔයාට work කරන්න නැතුව ඔයාට තනිකර සම්පූර්ණ ACC සුසුකම සම්පූර්ණ කරන්න පුළුවන්කම තියෙනවා. එහෙම නැත්නම් ඔයා වෙන ඩිග්‍රී එකක් වගේ කරනවා. ඩිග්‍රී කරන ගමන් ACC සුසුකම කරන්න පුළුවන්කමක් තියෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ ඊට පස්සේ ඔයා decide කරනවා මම මේ session එකේ කරන්නේ එක paper එකක් විතරයි. එහෙම නැත්නම් මම papers 3ක් මේ session එකේ කරනවා. ඒ වගේ flexibility එකක් තියෙනවා ACC සුසුකම තුල. තුන්වෙනි කාරණාව තමයි academic qualification එකයි professional qualification එකයි කියන දෙකම ඔයාට ගන්න පුළුවන් ACC සුසුකම තුල. මේව තමයි බොහොම rough ඔයාට මම roughly කිව්වේ ඇයි ඔයා ACC සුසුකම තෝරගන්න ඕනේ අනිත් සුසුකම් එක බලනකොට. මොකද ගොඩක් වෙලාවට ඔයාට උපාධියක් සමග වෘත්තීය සුසුකමක් තියෙනවා නම් ඔයාගේ CV එකේ ඊට පස්සේ ඒ ඔයාගේ තියෙන සුසුකම් globally recognize කරනවා නම් ඔයාට ඒ සුසුකමෙන් ඕනම job opportunity එකකට යන්න පුළුවන්කම තියෙනවා නම් මම හිතන්නේ ඒක තමයි ඔයාගේ career එකේ පළවෙනි step එක වෙන්නේ. ඒක තමයි මීට වඩා reasons තියෙනවා. හැබැයි ඔයාලට වැදගත් වෙන්නේ මේක මේ වෙලාවේ. මොකද ඔයාලා ඔයාලගේ career එක දැන් පටන් ගන්න වෙලාවේ ඉන්න නිසා. Next slide please. Concerns. Qualification to register as a ACCA student. මම හිතන්නේ මම මේක අපි මේකේ තියෙන concerns ඔයාලට මම කීපයක් පැහැදිලි කරන්න. ACC සුසුකම, yes, it's in English. roughly how much is the subscription fees? මම මේකට ඔයාට උත්තර මම ඔයාට පැහැදිලි කරන්න. ACCA, it's a English the qualification is taught in English, the exams everything will be in English, so the qualification you need to use the English language to complete the qualification. But don't worry, what we have experienced is actually 99% of the students who are doing A-level examination, they can cope up the qualification. What you have to do is you have to do more practice exams, you have to do more mock exams to get yourself more familiarized with the qualification. So don't worry about the language. You can complete the qualification if you have completed your A-levels. Average period to complete the first level. So average complete the first level, the first 3 papers, you can complete these 3 papers within 6 months time. So which 6 months means you can complete the content or the syllabus with 4 months time, and then the next month you can complete mock exams and revision, and the final month you can go for the real examination. The initial registration is £45. Actually, the initial registration, the ACCA fee structure is £89. But for Sri Lanka and the South Asia, ACCA is offering a special rate, and that is the £45. Otherwise, if you are going to another country and do the registration, you have to pay 89. But in Sri Lanka, you are paying the initial registration only 45. Exam fees for the first level, it's £84, but then again, as I mentioned if you don't have to pay the 84 GBP or the pounds, because you are paying that to the local exam center. So you have to pay in rupees to the local exam centers. When you go to a local exam center, they will tell you what's the amount you need to pay in comparison to the £84, and then you pay it in rupees and you can do the exams. Course fees is depend, because different tuition providers are charging different amounts as tuition fees. So tuition fees is a different thing which individual tuition providers are charging. How examinations are conducted? Well, examinations, as I mentioned, there will be 2 sets of exams, on-demand exams as well as session-based exams. On-demand exams, it will be done at on-demand exam centers, which is based in Sri Lanka. But exams are conducted by UK. Only the exam center is there. And the second set is session-based exam, which is done through a exam center which is organized by ACCA. So you will be selecting the exams, and then ACCA will inform you which exam center you will be doing the exams, and you go to that exam center on the given day and given time and you do the exam. So these are the 2 separate exams how ACCA is conducted. Next slide, please. There was one question about until the next. Okay. Okay. There is one question saying roughly how much is the subscription fees. So the subscription is currently it's £123, but it changes because subscription will be now. This is what I'm saying is for this year, but for next year it might change a little bit, or £2 or £3 added to the subscription. So once you get registered with your ACCA qualification, every year by December you will be getting your subscription invoice to your account, and then you can check the amount and you can make the payment to ACCA. Exam fees, as mentioned, the first 3 papers will be £84 and the second papers will be different. So please go to ACCA website. The updated fee structure is available in the ACCA website. I guess that I have given a comprehensive information about the ACC qualification, as I mentioned by the moderator. So if you have any questions, please send through the chat, and we will be able to answer the questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dilani. Well, it is my pleasure to warmly welcome Mr. Aflal Ahmed, an ACCA prize winner and a lecturer, for today's speech and explanation. His achievement stands as a truly inspiration to our students, and we are confident his experience and insights will guide and motivate you on your ACCA journey. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Aflal Ahmed. Well, seems like Aflal is having some technical issues. Okay, let's move on. It's my pleasure to warmly welcome Mr. Danushka Madhuranga, Chartered Accountant and BSc in Accounting degree holder from University of Sri Jayawardhanapura and a lecturer for today's speech and explanation of Sri Lanka's best professional institute, Enrich Business School. He will be sharing valuable insights about the institution and the support it offers to you in your professional journey. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Danushka Madhuranga.
I think I'm audible, right?
Yes, Danushka.
Yes. Warmly welcome to the warmly welcome to the student. Warmly welcome who are going to start the ACC after their A-level at Enrich Business School. I think you have received good knowledge about ACC from Dilani. So thank you very much, Dilani, for the knowledge that you have shared with the students, right? So then why you need to select Enrich Business School for your ACC journey? At Enrich Business School, you can learn at any time and anywhere, right? That's why you need to select Enrich Business School for your ACC journey. And also, we provide you all the theory videos and learning materials, as well as mock examination paper and the revision and live session. So with that, you can pass your ACC examination without having any doubt, right? And also in here, I have mentioned few details. Then why you need to select Enrich Business School for your ACC studies. You can learn anytime, anywhere, and any number of time. We will provide you all the theory videos and as well as the mock examination and the revision videos as well. Then from that you can learn your ACCA without having any doubt, and with very short time of period you can finish your ACC journey. And also for lesson by lesson we will provide you mock examination. From that also you can check your knowledge. And we have 24 hours 7 days active WhatsApp group, and we have dedicated our customer sales department, right? So through that you can get any information within very short time of period. And also you don't need to pay any additional cost for your study packs, right? As well as we have well qualified lecture panel for ACC, as well as we will cover all the syllabus before 1 month of the examination. And here we have well qualified lecture panel for ACC at knowledge level, right? We have Gayanta and also Madhav and Aplal. They will guide you for you to pass the examination. And after your A levels, one path and two prestigious qualification, you can earn ACC and BSc Honors Accountancy degree in one path. And we will be in our classes on 22nd January. So I think most of the time you will join with Enrich Business School to start your ACC journey. So I will invite all of the students to start ACC journey with Enrich Business School.
Thank you so much, Danushka, for your valuable time. Well, we now move on to the Q&A session, which have been eagerly waiting for since the beginning of the program. This is your opportunity to clarify your questions and gain further insights from our speakers. Let's begin. To address the questions from our students, I would like to re-invite Ms. Dilani Pereira to take the session forward.
I can't see any questions on the chat box. So there's one question. No? After completing the applied skill level, how long does it take to earn a degree from the University of London? After completing the applied skill level. So it's like this. Since you are A-level students, you will be doing the applied knowledge level, and then you will go to the applied skill level. Altogether, you have 9 papers to complete in applied knowledge level and applied skill level. These 9 papers you can complete within 1.5 years time. Yeah, within 1.5 years time. So once you are doing the final papers, you can start the University of London degree program. So that program will take 1 year's time from the day you register with the University of London. So it's a separate program. So which means within 2.5 years time, you will be able to complete your degree as well as the ACCA qualification. Could you please tell us the exemption of AAT pass finally? So then again, AAT, as I mentioned you, if you have sat for all the AAT papers, which means if you have not taken any exemption for AAT, you can claim up to 4 papers as exemptions. Again, it's depending on the modules what you have covered, because if you have done a previous syllabus before 2020 or 2018 or something like that. But uh, if you have completed the AAT in 2025 or 2024, you will be able to get up to 4 papers as exemption for the AAT qualification. What you need to do is, when you are registering with ACC, you need to submit your AAT qualification certificate. They can need an explanation about on-demand exams. So, okay, it's like this. On-demand exams is an examination which you go to a on-demand exam center, and you will be paying the exam fee to the particular exam center and tell them what's the exam you want to do. It could be BT, Business and Technology, Financial Management, or Management Accounting. So once you pay and get the token, you will be going to the exam and you will be doing the exams at that center. As soon as you complete the paper and submit the answer sheet, you will be getting the results, whether mention that whether you have passed and how many marks you got from the exam. So which means you will be getting the results then and there. So you don't have to wait till exam cycle comes. When you are ready to do the exams, you can go to exam center and do the exams whenever you wanted to finish. So that is the benefit. So you can plan your exams when it comes to on-demand exams. When it comes to the other session based, then you have to wait for March, June, September and December to apply for an exam. Yeah, you have answered those questions. Can we do the exams based on our convenience and availability? Yes, you can do the exams based on your convenience and availability when you are doing the on-demand exams. But when you are doing the session-based exams, which means when you are doing the March, June, September, and December, you need to stick to these 4 exam windows. But you can select how many papers you want to do. As the example, if you want to do 1 paper in March, you can apply and do the 1 paper in March. And in June, if you want to do 3 papers, you are most welcome to apply for 3 papers and do the exams in June. So it's flexible, but when it comes to session-based exams, you need to stick to these exam windows. There was another question. What's the estimated total cost to complete the ACC qualification? So roughly what I can tell you is, if you do the qualification within 2.5 years time, and if you are doing it continuously, then it will take roughly, I'm saying with the exchange rate, to complete all 13 subjects, it will take 1.4 million. local rupees, but I'm talking only about the ACCA fee structure. So depending on the tuition fees, because tuition providers are charging different amounts and they are given different scholarships as well. But roughly, with the exchange rate, you will have to spend that much of amount to complete the ACCA qualification. But you don't have to pay everything together. As I mentioned, when you are ready to do exam, you can pay for that particular exams and do it. So when you are having the time, the flexibility and convenience, then you can pay and do the exam. So it's a rough estimate what I'm mentioning. So that might be change of how you want to complete the qualification. That's one good question. Is knowledge level, all three subjects have MCQs. Yes, most of the questions will be MCQs, or there will be some questions which you need to write an answer, but it's most of the time it will be MCQs. Only in the second stage you have constructive answers in questions. You're most welcome. If you don't have any questions, what I will do is I will type my email address on this chat box. I have typed my email address on the chat box. If you have any questions or if you want to contact me, please send an email to this email address and I will clarify any doubts you have, or I will give you further information for your questions.
Thank you so much, Zilani, for your valuable time. As we come to the end of today's program, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to everyone who made this event successful. A special word of appreciation to our distinguished speakers and guests for sharing their valuable knowledge, experience, and guidance. Your insights have truly inspired our students and added great value to this session. To our dear students, thank you for your active participation and enthusiasm. As you begin your ACCA journey, remember that choosing the right institute is crucial, and Enrich Business School stands proudly as Sri Lanka's best professional institute in ACCA, offering the guidance, resources, and support needed to achieve global success. Once again, thank you all for being part of today's program. We wish you every success in your ACCA journey with Enrich Business School. Thank you and good night.